His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with His Majesty Emperor Naruhito of Japan at the Imperial Palace. The meeting took place as part of His Royal Highness' official visit to Japan. His Royal Highness said that bilateral relations between the Kingdom of Bahrain and Japan continue to advance towards a strategic partnership that aims to meet shared aspirations in various fields in line with the support of both His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Majesty Emperor Naruhito. His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad extended the greetings of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa to His Majesty the Emperor and His Majesty the King's wishes for further progress and prosperity for Japan. In response, Emperor Naruhito conveyed his greetings to His Majesty the King and his wishes for further progress and prosperity for Bahrain. His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of building on bilateral partnership to create opportunities that will support the distinguished relationship between the countries. He commended Japan's progress in various fields, expressing his appreciation for the significant efforts it made in hosting and organizing Expo 25 Osaka. His Royal Highness offered his best wishes for success for Japan in achieving the Expo's objectives. The meeting focused on cooperation between both countries and opportunities to expand them further. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, also attended this meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Crown Prince of Japan, His Imperial Highness Fumihito, at the Akasaka Imperial Residence. The meeting took place as part of His Royal Highness' official visit to Japan. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister highlighted the strength of relations between both countries, which are rooted in strategic cooperation and coordination and reflect the support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and the Emperor of Japan, His Majesty Emperor Naruhito. He said that the announcements and memorandum of understanding that will be signed during the official visit signal the growing bilateral relationship between the two countries and the broadening horizons of engagement. His Royal Highness commended Japan's efforts in preparing for and organizing Expo 25 Osaka, stressing that the hosting of this global event reflects Japan's expertise in managing major international platforms. His Royal Highness said that such events contribute to strengthening international culture and economic exchange and support efforts to achieve sustainable development globally. The meeting discussed opportunities for future partnerships and the latest regional and international developments. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, along with senior officials, also attended this meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with the Prime Minister of Japan, Shigeru Ishiba, as part of His Royal Highness' official visit to Japan. His Royal Highness highlighted the strength of relations between both countries, which continues to strengthen in line with the support of both His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Majesty Emperor Naruhito. His Royal Highness said that the advanced strategic partnership between both countries is opening new horizons in bilateral relations, particularly within vital priority sectors. He noted Bahrain's commitment to further bolstering the strategic partnership to unlock new and mutually beneficial opportunities towards shared goals. His Royal Highness commended the distinguished and successful organization of Expo 2025 Osaka and the diverse events it has hosted, which showcased innovative solutions and addressed global challenges, contributing to the pursuit of a more sustainable and prosperous future. He highlighted the importance of all countries' participation through their national pavilions, which reflect the latest advancement in many fields. His Royal Highness said that such contributions underscore the significance of this global exhibition as a platform for fostering excellence and driving international sustainable development. Throughout the meeting, the importance of strengthening cooperation was emphasized to create lucrative opportunities that benefit both countries and their peoples. Regional and international developments were also discussed, along with global efforts to consolidate the foundations of global peace and stability. It was then announced that the level of bilateral relations between Bahrain and Japan will be elevated from a comprehensive partnership to a strategic one, further enhancing the frameworks of cooperation and paving the way for expanded collaboration across vital and priority sectors. In the presence of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince, Prime Minister, and Japan's Prime Minister, the following were signed: a memorandum of cooperation between the Bahrain Space Agency and the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency JAXA, aimed at enhancing cooperation across joint projects, research and development, training, and the exchange of expertise. The memorandum was signed on the Bahraini side by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, and on the Japanese side by Hiroshi Yamakawa, President of JAXA. And a memorandum of cooperation between Bahrain's Civil Service Bureau and Japan's International Cooperation Center, JICE, to cooperate in human resources management in the public sector was signed on the Bahraini side by Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, and on the Japanese side by Yamana Kenji, Senior Vice President of JICE. The official visit also witnessed the signing of an MOU between the Information and E-Government Authority and Japan's Digital Agency regarding the exchange of expertise in e-government and digital transformation. The memorandum was signed on the Bahraini side by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, and on the Japanese side by Minister of Digital Transformation, Masaki Taira. A memorandum of cooperation between Bahrain's Ministry of Industry and Commerce and the Japan Patent Office regarding the Patent Prosecution Highway Program. The memorandum was signed on the Bahraini side by Minister of Industry and Commerce, Abdullah bin Adel Fakhru, and on the Japanese side by Deputy Commissioner, Patent Office, Futoshi Yasuda. A consultation document between Bahrain and Japan on air transport services and direct flights, signed on the Bahraini side by Bahrain's ambassador to Japan, Ahmed Al-Dosari, and on the Japanese side by Miyazawa Koichi, Director General of Civil Aviation Bureau, Ministry of Land, Infrastructure, Transport and Tourism. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister then attended a dinner banquet hosted by Japan's Prime Minister in his honor and that of his delegation's official visit to Bahrain. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and senior officials also attended this meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with Japan's Minister for Foreign Affairs Takeshi Iwaya during His Royal Highness' official visit to Japan. His Royal Highness affirmed the strategic basis of Bahrain-Japanese relations, which are built on shared aspirations and partnerships that build cooperation in many fields. His Royal Highness highlighted the importance of enhancing bilateral coordination and nurturing opportunities that benefit both nations and peoples. He also noted the strength of Bahrain and Japan's relations and the continued multi-sector progress both nations are witnessing. His Royal Highness emphasized the integral role Japan plays in supporting development at many levels, noting that the importance of strengthening and unifying international efforts to bolster regional security and stability. The meeting also discussed the latest regional and international developments. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Minister of Foreign Affairs Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, and senior officials also attended this meeting. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa met with a delegation from the Japan Association of Corporate Executive Keizai Doyukai during His Royal Highness' official visit to Japan. His Royal Highness affirmed the strength of bilateral relations between both countries, which are supported by multi-sector partnership and cooperation, particularly within the industrial, trade and economic fields. His Royal Highness said that these strong relations reflect both countries' commitment to mutual development. He also emphasized the importance of strengthening economic relations by promoting private sector partnerships that facilitate lucrative growth, trade and opportunities for both countries and their peoples. His Royal Highness noted that the exchange of expertise will further strengthen cooperation and support the achievement of common goals and interests. The meeting also discussed the latest global economic developments. The Minister of the Prime Minister's Court, His Highness Sheikh Isa bin Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, alongside senior officials, also attended the meeting. Bahrain-Japan relations have witnessed significant milestones that have contributed to their development thanks to the wide visit of His Majesty the King. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Prime Minister's visit to Japan reflects the depth of these strong relations and affirms Bahrain's steadfast approach in building strategic partnerships with major economic powers. We have more in this report.
Bahraini-Japanese relations have been firmly established and have grown over the decades, thanks to the vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Majesty's keenness to strengthen friendship and cooperation ties between the two countries and their friendly peoples. Building on this solid foundation, the official visit of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to Japan reflects the depth of these strong relations and confirms the kingdom's steadfast approach to building strategic partnerships with major economic powers in the interest of Bahrain and its people. The visit embodies His Royal Highness's keenness to consolidate the Kingdom of Bahrain's position as a major financial, investment and commercial center in the region through its advanced banking system, integrated transport and communications infrastructure, modern industrial zones, and its geographical location as a gateway to the Gulf markets. Bahraini-Japanese relations are also gaining increasing importance, not only economically but also through the convergence of positions and continuous coordination in international forums on foreign policy issues, particularly efforts to establish a just and lasting peace in the region. These relations have developed rapidly in the political, economic, and cultural fields, thanks to the shared will of the two leaders to become a model of partnership based on mutual respect and common interests. Both sides look forward to broader prospects for cooperation in promising sectors such as modern technology, renewable energy, and smart cities.
And for more on this topic, we have this statement from the Chief of the Asian and Pacific Affairs Sector at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Munira Naufal Al-Dosari.
The visit of His Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister to Japan represents a qualitative shift in the level of relations between the Kingdom of Bahrain and Japan across various political, economic, technological, and other fields. At a first glance, the most prominent outcome of the visit is the announcement of the elevation of ties between the two countries from a comprehensive partnership to a strategic partnership. This will contribute to the relationship by opening new horizons of joint cooperation to include vital sectors in both countries. In addition, a number of memoranda of understanding were signed in the fields of space exploration, human resource management, patents, and others. His Highness's visit therefore reflects the keenness of the leadership of the two countries to strengthen existing bilateral ties and advancing it to higher and more inclusive levels in the future. Today's announcement of elevating ties between Bahrain and Japan is the result of a shared history that connects both countries and of significant milestones that reflect the stages of development of the bilateral relationship. If we look at the beginning of the historical relationship, it actually began in 1934 when the first shipment of oil was exported to Japan from the Middle East, particularly from the Kingdom of Bahrain, just 2 years after the discovery of oil in the kingdom. This was, of course, followed by the establishment of diplomatic relations in 1972, the opening of the Japanese embassy in Bahrain in 1988, and the opening of the kingdom's embassy in Tokyo in 2005. Thus, both countries share more than 50 years of diplomatic relations, during which the foundations were laid for building an exceptional bilateral relationship, and numerous achievements were made in various fields. Today, the political desire of both countries is evident in moving forward to strengthen the existing partnership into a strategic partnership that best serves the aspirations of both countries. I believe that we will witness a new era and a promising future of partnership between the Kingdom of Bahrain and Japan.
And the Deputy Chief of the mission at the Embassy of Japan in Bahrain, Koji Kanedo, also made a statement.
The Kingdom of Bahrain and Japan enjoy a very good and strong relationship since it started from 1934, when the first Bahraini oil exported to Japan, and the current official visit of His Royal Highness Crown Prince and Prime Minister Sheikh Salman to Japan surely boosted this friendly relationship in all aspects. He met His Majesty the Emperor and His Highness the Crown Prince of Japan, and met Japanese Prime Minister and Foreign Minister today. His Royal Highness witnessed the signing of MOUs with Japanese Prime Minister and discussed the bilateral relationship and announced the elevation of the relationship between the two friendly countries to the strategic partnership. And also they discussed the regional and international issues and reaffirmed to cooperate each other. His Royal Highness yesterday hosted the celebration event of the Bahraini National Day in Osaka Expo 2025, and his attendance surely helps the understanding of Bahraini culture among the Japanese people. His Royal Highness also met important business figures during his visit, so we are genuinely excited about the future of our relationship and the opportunity that lies ahead for both Bahrain and Japan.
A delegation from the Economic Development Board hosted a series of high-level meetings and forums in Japan. The strategic program aimed to highlight Bahrain's competitive advantages and investment opportunities, strengthening the economic cooperation between the two nations. In partnership with Nikkei, the EDB hosted the Bahrain-Japan Investment Forum in Tokyo. The event highlighted Bahrain's evolving investment landscape and future economic vision to over 120 senior Japanese business leaders from key sectors. The forum featured a fireside chat with Minister of Sustainable Development and Chief Executive of EDB, Noor Al-Khalif, who discussed the country's forward-looking economy and highly skilled talent pool. Chief of Business Development at EDB, Ali Al-Mudaifa, also participated in a fireside chat focused on the competitive advantages for Japanese business in Bahrain. Separately, the EDB organized the Bahrain-Japan Business Forum in cooperation with Japan's external trade organization. The forum brought together 60 senior Japanese business leaders to learn about the investment environment in Bahrain and its strategic role as a gateway to the Gulf and the Middle East. The forum included an opening address by advisor to the board of directors of EDB, Ian Lindsay, and a keynote address by the director of JETRO. Several Japanese companies presented their success stories and plans for expanding their businesses in the Gulf region. Al-Khalif said that both countries share strategic locations, long-standing diplomatic ties and tactical plans to build future-ready economies, and that the visit provides the prime opportunity to strengthen the ties between both countries at industry and bilateral level. She said that the ministry and the board are proud of Bahrain's presence at the Expo, which serves as a space for countries, organizations and corporations to showcase their innovations, technological and societal solutions, and display their culture and heritage to the world. She added that the EDB looks forward to highlighting Bahrain's unique value proposition as a gateway to the Gulf and beyond to international investors.
سلام يا عزوتي يا أهل اللزام وشداد من لاذ في ظلكم لا مزبن وشداد عاداتكم بالحروب واهل الصبر وشداد الخليفة يا عزوتي حاش الفخر بالسيف والخليفة يا عزوتي.
Under the directives of His Majesty the King's Representative for Humanitarian Work and Youth Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Nasser bin Hamad Al Khalifa, and in recognition of the prominent role media outlets play in the success of all events, His Highness Media Office announced the launch of the Best Social Media Coverage on Instagram Award for the Nasser bin Hamad Premier League for the 25-26 sports season. The award aims to instill a spirit of competition among media institutions, sports accounts and individuals, and encourage them to provide comprehensive creative content. A specialized jury in digital and sports media will evaluate entries based on precise criteria. The competition will include an award for comprehensive coverage by local newspapers and sports accounts. The jury will consider criteria such as creativity and innovation, quality and professionalism, interaction and impact, comprehensiveness and diversity, comprehensive analysis and creativity in league coverage, creative photography, infographics and creativity in producing video clips and filmed media interviews. The competition will also include individual awards for best photographs, video, design and best interview. The committee confirmed that the winners of the first 3 places will receive cash prizes and commemorative shields at a closing ceremony to be held at the end of the season. Aimed at empowering Bahraini families engaged in production, the Mubarak Kano Comprehensive Social Center hosts integrated programs for productive units and training workshops organized by the Ministry of Social Development. Under Secretary of the Ministry of Social Development, Ziad Al-Darwish, emphasized that the productive units and training workshops contribute to the Ministry's efforts in social and economic empowerment, thereby enhancing the national economy. He said that the productive units and training workshops at the center provide a comprehensive opportunity for productive families to develop high-quality food and craft products, enabling them to compete in the local market. The center features 18 specialized production units in the food industry, alongside 6 advanced training workshops in food, handicrafts, art and production. This diversity in training programs accommodates various talents and interests. Additionally, the center offers a range of courses and practical programs to develop participant skills and refine their creativity. The center includes a permanent store to showcase and market the products of Bahraini productive families, serving as a comprehensive marketing platform.